Question 1. Understanding liability insurance. Which of the following statements accurately describes the purpose of professional liability insurance? A. It covers bodily injury and property damage claims made against a business for negligence. B. It protects healthcare providers from claims arising from the professional services they render. C. It insures against losses from theft or vandalism at a business premises. D. It provides compensation for employees injured on the job regardless of fault. Answer. B. It protects healthcare providers from claims arising from the professional services they render. Explanation. Professional liability insurance, often referred to as errors and omissions insurance, specifically protects professionals like doctors, lawyers, and accountants against claims of negligence or inadequate work. This type of insurance is essential for professionals who provide services to clients and can be held liable for mistakes or failures in service delivery. It refers to general liability insurance, which covers bodily injury and property damage claims. C relates to property insurance, which protects physical assets against theft or vandalism. D is a description of workers' compensation insurance, which provides coverage for workplace injuries. Question 2. Claims process. During a claims investigation, an adjuster discovers that the insured party was partially at fault in an accident. According to Maine insurance regulations, which principle should guide the adjuster's decision on how to proceed with the claim? A. Subrogation. B. Indemnity. C. Contribution. D. Coinsurance. Answer. B. Indemnity. Explanation. The principle of indemnity is crucial in the claims process, aiming to restore the insured to the same financial position they were in before the loss occurred. In situations where the insured is found to be partially at fault, the indemnity principle allows for adjustments to the claim payout based on the degree of fault, ensuring that the insured is compensated fairly for their loss without receiving a windfall. Subrogation refers to the insurer's right to recover costs from the party at fault after compensating the insured. C. Contribution is applicable when multiple policies cover the same risk, dictating how payments are shared among insurers. D. Coinsurance relates to the requirement that the insured maintains coverage equal to a specified percentage of the value of the property to avoid penalties. Question 3. Scenario-based question. Mr. Thompson owns a small construction company in Maine. During a job at a client's property, one of his employees accidentally damages the client's landscaping while operating heavy machinery. The client is unhappy and is considering filing a claim against Mr. Thompson's company. What should Mr. Thompson do in response to this situation to best protect his interests and manage the potential claim? A. Immediately pay the client for the damages to avoid conflict. B. Inform his general liability insurance provider about the incident and document all details of the event. C. Ignore the client's concerns as they do not have a legitimate claim. D. Offer to redo the landscaping free of charge without consulting his insurance. Answer. B. Inform his general liability insurance provider about the incident and document all details of the event. Explanation. Mr. Thompson should notify his general liability insurance provider as soon as possible to report the incident. This action ensures that he is following the claims process properly and can seek coverage for any potential damages that may arise from the client's claim. Documenting all details of the event, including the time, place, and circumstances, will help in the investigation and resolution of the claim, and may lead to financial loss without proper documentation or insurance coverage. C is not advisable as it disregards the client's concerns and could result in legal repercussions. D might resolve the issue short term, but does not consider the potential implications on liability and insurance coverage. By following the correct procedure, Mr. Thompson can mitigate risks and ensure that he is adequately protected in line with Maine's insurance laws and regulations. Question 4. Underwriting principles. What factor is least likely to influence the underwriting decision for a commercial auto insurance policy? A. The driver's accident history. B. The type of business and its operations. C. The age of the business owner. D. The location of the business. Answer. C. The age of the business owner. Explanation. What factors such as the driver's accident history, A. The type of business and its operations, B. And the location of the business, D. Are all critical in assessing risk for commercial auto insurance. The age of the business owner, C. Is typically not a significant factor in underwriting decisions. Underwriters primarily focus on risk-related variables directly impacting the vehicle operation and business risk rather than the owner's age. Question 5. Maine state regulations and laws. According to Maine state insurance laws, which of the following statements is true regarding consumer protection laws? A. Insurers may deny claims without providing an explanation. B. Insurers are required to disclose their claims handling processes to policyholders. C. Consumers have no recourse if they disagree with an insurer's decision. D. Unfair trade practices are permissible if disclosed in policy documents. Answer: B. Insurers are required to disclose their claims handling processes to policyholders. Explanation: Maine's consumer protection laws require transparency from insurers regarding their claims handling processes. This regulation ensures that policyholders are aware of their rights and the steps involved in filing and processing claims. Denying claims without explanation and offering no recourse for disagreements. C. Violate consumer protection regulations. Additionally, unfair trade practices. D. Are not permissible under Maine law. Question 6. Ethical considerations in insurance. Which of the following actions would most likely be considered an ethical violation by an insurance agent? A. Providing clients with detailed explanations of policy exclusions. B. Accepting gifts from clients that exceed the value allowed by company policy. C. Disclosing a client's claims history with their consent. D. Offering alternative insurance products that better meet a client's needs. Answer: B. Accepting gifts from clients that exceed the value allowed by company policy. Explanation: accepting gifts from clients that exceed company policy limits. B. Could be viewed as a conflict of interest and a breach of ethical standards in the insurance industry. Agents must avoid situations that could compromise their impartiality. In contrast, providing thorough explanations, disclosing claims history with consent. C. And recommending better suited insurance products. D. Are generally considered ethical practices. Question 7. Claims handling procedures. In the context of property claims, what is the primary responsibility of a claims adjuster during the investigation phase? A. To deny the claim if it appears to be fraudulent. B. To assess the value of the claim based on the insured property's market value. C. To ensure that all parties involved receive immediate compensation. D. To gather evidence and documentation to determine the validity of the claim. Answer: D. To gather evidence and documentation to determine the validity of the claim. Explanation: a claims adjuster's primary responsibility during the investigation phase is to gather all necessary evidence and documentation to evaluate the claim's validity. D. This may include inspecting the damaged property, interviewing witnesses, and reviewing police reports. Denying a claim without thorough investigation would be premature and while assessing value. B. Is part of the process. It occurs after determining the claim's validity. Immediate compensation. C. Is not within the adjuster's responsibilities during the initial investigation. Question 8. Problem solving and critical thinking skills. An insurance agent is evaluating a client's request for coverage on a high-value home with unique architectural features that may increase risks. What should the agent primarily focus on to assess whether to approve the coverage? A. The home's aesthetic appeal. B. The historical significance of the home. C. The potential hazards associated with the unique features. D. The homeowner's previous claims history. Answer: C. The potential hazards associated with the unique features. Explanation: when evaluating a high-value home with unique features, the agent should focus on the potential hazards associated with those features. C. Understanding how these elements might affect insurability and risk exposure is essential for underwriting decisions, while aesthetic appeal and historical significance may be relevant in a broader context. They do not directly impact risk assessment. The homeowner's previous claims history. D. Is also important, but the unique risks of the property should take precedence in this case. Question 9. Types of liability insurance. Which type of liability insurance is specifically designed to protect businesses from claims made by employees alleging discrimination, wrongful termination, or harassment? A. General liability insurance. B. Employment practices liability insurance. C. Professional liability insurance. D. Product liability insurance. Answer: B. Employment practices liability insurance. Explanation: employment practices liability insurance B provides coverage for claims made by employees related to employment practices such as discrimination, wrongful termination, and harassment. General liability insurance covers bodily injury and property damage claims, while professional liability insurance C is geared towards professionals and their services. product liability insurance. D. Addresses claims related to product defects. Question 10. Unique aspects of Maine casualty insurance. Which of the following is a significant environmental factor that Maine insurers must consider when assessing risks for property insurance? A. High population density leading to increased claims. B. Coastal flooding due to severe weather events. C. The presence of major highways. D. Local unemployment rates. Answer B. Coastal flooding due to severe weather events. Explanation. Coastal flooding B is a significant environmental concern for insurers in Maine due to the state's geography and climate. Insurers must evaluate how this risk affects property values and coverage availability, while factors like population density A, highways C, and unemployment rates D can influence claims. They are not as directly relevant to environmental risk assessments as the potential for flooding caused by severe weather. Question 11. Claims adjuster roles and responsibilities. What is the primary responsibility of a claims adjuster after a claim is reported? A. To provide a payout immediately based on initial estimates. B. To investigate the claim and gather necessary documentation. C. To advise the policyholder on their rights under the insurance policy. D. To negotiate settlements with third parties on behalf of the insurer. Answer B. To investigate the claim and gather necessary documentation. Explanation. After a claim is reported, the primary responsibility of a claims adjuster B is to investigate the claim thoroughly and gather all necessary documentation to assess its validity and determine coverage. Providing an immediate payout A is not standard practice, as the adjuster must evaluate the claim first, while advising policyholders C and negotiating settlements D may also be part of the claims adjuster's role. They are secondary to the initial investigation process. Question 12. Types of casualty insurance. Which type of insurance would most likely cover damages incurred due to a customer slipping and falling in a retail store? A. Professional liability insurance. B. Product liability insurance. C. General liability insurance. D. Employment practices liability insurance. Answer C. General liability insurance. Explanation. General liability insurance C is specifically designed to protect businesses against claims of bodily injury and property damage that occur on their premises, such as a customer slipping and falling. Professional liability insurance A is intended for errors in professional services, while product liability insurance B covers claims related to defects in products sold. Employment practices liability insurance D addresses claims made by employees regarding employment issues, not customer incidents. Question 13. Policy structure and components. In reviewing a property insurance policy, which section specifies the responsibilities of the insured after a loss occurs? A. Declarations page. B. Exclusions and conditions. C. Insuring agreement. D. Endorsements and riders. Answer B. Exclusions and conditions. Explanation. The Exclusions and Conditions section B of a property insurance policy outlines the responsibilities of the insured after loss, including timely reporting of the loss, protecting the property from further damage, and cooperating with the insurer during the investigation. The Declarations page A provides basic policy details. The Insuring Agreement C outlines the coverage provided, and endorsements and riders D modify the standard policy terms. Question 14. Ethical considerations in insurance. Which of the following would most likely represent a conflict of interest for an insurance agent? A. Recommending a policy that offers the best coverage for a client. B. Accepting commissions from multiple insurance carriers. C. Disclosing personal relationships with claims adjusters. D. Offering clients a discount for referrals. Answer B. Accepting commissions from multiple insurance carriers. Explanation. Accepting commissions from multiple insurance carriers B can create a conflict of interest, as the agent may have an incentive to recommend policies that benefit them financially rather than serving the best interest of the client. Recommending the best coverage A aligns with ethical practices. Disclosing relationships with claims adjusters C is part of maintaining transparency and offering discounts for referrals. D is generally acceptable if compliant with regulatory guidelines. Question 15. Maine state regulations and laws. Under Maine insurance regulations, which statement regarding rate setting methodologies is true? A. Insurers are free to set rates without any regulatory oversight. B. Rate filings must be submitted to the Maine Bureau of Insurance for approval. C. Rates can only be adjusted every 5 years. D. Insurers must provide discounts based on the length of time a client has been insured. Answer: B. Rate filings must be submitted to the Maine Bureau of Insurance for approval. Explanation: in Maine, insurers must submit rate filings to the Maine Bureau of Insurance for approval. B. Ensuring that rates are justifiable and not discriminatory. Insurers do not have the freedom to set rates without oversight. A. There is no requirement for rate adjustments every 5 years. C. And providing discounts based on the duration of coverage is not mandated. D. Though some insurers may choose to offer such discounts. Question 16. Underwriting principles. When assessing a property for homeowners insurance, which of the following factors is least likely to impact the underwriting decision? A. The age of the property. B. The homeowner's credit score. C. The property's proximity to a fire department. D. The homeowner's favorite color. Answer: D. The homeowner's favorite color. Explanation: the homeowner's favorite color D has no bearing on the underwriting decision and is irrelevant to risk assessment. Factors such as the age of the property A, the homeowner's credit score B, and the property's proximity to a fire department C are all critical in evaluating risk and determining premiums for homeowners insurance. Question 17. Problem solving and critical thinking skills. An insurance agent receives a claim from a policyholder for water damage caused by a leaking pipe. What is the first step the agent should take in handling the claim? A. Notify the insurer's legal team for potential fraud. B. Request documentation from the policyholder regarding the damage. C. Immediately deny the claim based on the property's age. D. Schedule a time for the claims adjuster to inspect the property. Answer: B. Request documentation from the policyholder regarding the damage. Explanation: the first step the agent should take B is to request documentation from the policyholder about the damage, such as photos, repair estimates, and any relevant details about the incident. This documentation is essential for evaluating the claim. Notifying the legal team may be premature without further evidence of fraud. Denying the claim outright C is not justified, and scheduling an inspection D typically follows the initial documentation request. Question 18. Types of liability insurance. Which type of insurance provides coverage for claims related to professional services rendered, including errors or omissions? A. General liability insurance. B. Professional liability insurance. C. Employment practices liability insurance. D. Directors and officers liability insurance. Answer: B. Professional liability insurance. Explanation: professional liability insurance B is designed to cover claims related to errors or omissions in professional services rendered, protecting professionals against lawsuits alleging negligence. General liability insurance A covers bodily injury and property damage claims. Employment practices liability insurance C addresses employee-related claims and directors and officers liability insurance. D protects corporate executives against claims related to their decisions and actions. Question 19. Unique aspects of Maine casualty insurance. Which unique environmental concern is particularly relevant to property insurance in Maine? A. Urban sprawl and its effects on infrastructure. B. High humidity levels affecting mold growth. C. Increased risks of hurricanes and tornadoes. D. Severe winter weather and snow accumulation. Answer: D. Severe winter weather and snow accumulation. Explanation: severe winter weather and snow accumulation D are significant environmental concerns for property insurance in Maine, affecting the risk of roof collapses and property damage. While urban sprawl A and high humidity B can be concerns in some areas, they are less critical in Maine compared to the impact of winter weather. Hurricanes and tornadoes C are less common than in other regions, making them a lower priority in Maine's risk assessments. Question 20. Claims handling procedures. In the context of a liability claim, what is the primary purpose of the claims investigation phase? A. To settle the claim as quickly as possible. B. To assess the validity of the claim and determine liability. C. To minimize the insurer's payout regardless of the situation. D. To provide the insured with a comprehensive list of their coverage. Answer: B. To assess the validity of the claim and determine liability. Explanation: the primary purpose of the claims investigation phase B is to assess the validity of the claim and determine liability, which is essential for making informed decisions regarding payout and coverage. Settling the claim quickly may not always be in the best interest of all parties involved. Minimizing the payout C without a thorough investigation would be unethical, and providing a list of coverage D is not the focus of the investigation phase. Question 21. Coverage exclusions. Which of the following would not typically be covered under a standard homeowner's insurance policy? A. Damage from a falling tree. B. Flood damage due to heavy rain. C. Theft of personal property. D. Fire damage to the structure. Answer B. Flood damage due to heavy rain. Explanation: flood damage B is generally excluded from standard homeowners insurance policies. Homeowners would need to purchase a separate flood insurance policy for coverage. Damage from falling trees A, theft C, and fire damage D are typically covered under standard homeowners policies. Question 22. Liability insurance coverage. A business owner is sued for negligence after a customer slips and falls in their store. What type of insurance would provide coverage for this situation? A. Property insurance. B. Business interruption insurance. C. General liability insurance. D. Workers' compensation insurance. Answer C. General liability insurance. Explanation: general liability insurance C provides coverage for claims related to bodily injury, such as a customer slipping and falling in a store. Property insurance A covers damage to the business's physical assets. Business interruption insurance B compensates for lost income due to business closure, and workers' compensation insurance D covers employee injuries. Question 23. Maine Bureau of Insurance. What is the role of the Maine Bureau of Insurance in relation to insurance companies operating in the state? A. To regulate and oversee insurance companies. B. To sell insurance policies directly to consumers. C. To provide legal representation for policyholders. D. To enforce criminal laws against insurance fraud. Answer A. To regulate and oversee insurance companies. Explanation: the Maine Bureau of Insurance A is responsible for regulating and overseeing insurance companies to ensure they comply with state laws and protect consumers. The Bureau does not sell policies. B. Provide legal representation for policyholders. C. Or enforce criminal laws. D. Related to insurance fraud, although it may investigate fraudulent activities. Question 24. Policy limits and deductibles. If a homeowner's insurance policy has a limit of $300,000 and a deductible of $1,000, how much will the insurer pay for a covered loss of $10,000? A. $299,000. B. $300,000. C. $9,000. D. $10,000. Answer C. $9,000. Explanation: the insurer will pay the loss amount minus the deductible. For a covered loss of $10,000 with a $1,000 deductible, the payment will be $10,000. 1,000 is equals $1,000. C. Question 25. Workers' compensation coverage. Which of the following is not covered under workers' compensation insurance? A. An employee injured while performing job duties. B. An employee injured during their lunch break. C. An employee injured due to a work-related accident. D. An employee suffering from an occupational illness. Answer B. An employee injured during their lunch break. Explanation: injuries that occur during an employee's lunch break B are generally not covered under workers' compensation, as they are not considered work-related. Injuries sustained while performing job duties A. due to work-related accidents. C. And occupational illnesses D are typically covered. Question 26. Bodily injury versus property damage. Which of the following scenarios illustrates bodily injury rather than property damage? A. A car accident resulting in damage to a vehicle. B. A slip and fall resulting in a broken leg. C. Damage to a fence during a storm. D. Vandalism to a parked car. Answer B. A slip and fall resulting in a broken leg. Explanation: a slip and fall resulting in a broken leg B is an example of bodily injury, as it involves harm to a person. The other scenarios A, C, D involve damage to property rather than injury to a person. Question 27. Insurance policy endorsements. What is the primary purpose of an endorsement in an insurance policy? A. To reduce the premium amount. B. To modify the terms of the original policy. C. To cancel the policy. D. To limit the coverage provided. Answer B. To modify the terms of the original policy. Explanation: an endorsement B is used to modify the terms of the original insurance policy, adding or changing coverage. It does not inherently reduce the premium A. Cancel the policy. C. Or limit coverage. D. Without specific intent. Question 28. Claims handling best practices. In managing a claim, what is considered a best practice for an insurance adjuster when interviewing the claimant? A. To avoid asking detailed questions to save time. B. To remain neutral and unbiased in their questioning. C. To insist on obtaining a written statement before proceeding. D. To make assumptions based on previous claims experience. Answer: B. To remain neutral and unbiased in their questioning. Explanation: a best practice for an insurance adjuster is to remain neutral and unbiased. B. During the interview process to ensure a fair assessment of the claim. Avoiding detailed questions, they can lead to missing important information. Insisting on a written statement. C. May not be necessary initially, and making assumptions. D. Can compromise the integrity of the investigation. Question 29. Risk management. What is the primary goal of risk management in the insurance industry? A. To eliminate all risks associated with insurance policies. B. To reduce potential losses and manage exposure to risk. C. To increase profits for the insurance company. D. To maintain compliance with state regulations. Answer: B. To reduce potential losses and manage exposure to risk. Explanation: the primary goal of risk management. B. Is to reduce potential losses and manage exposure to risk, ensuring the sustainability and profitability of the insurance company. Eliminating all risks. A. Is impractical while increasing profits. C. And compliance. D. Are secondary goals that stem from effective risk management practices. Question 30. Contractual obligations in insurance. What is a material misrepresentation in the context of an insurance application? A. Providing accurate information that affects the risk assessment. B. Failing to disclose a past claim when applying for insurance. C. Accurately describing the property to be insured. D. Overstating the value of personal property on the application. Answer: D. Overstating the value of personal property on the application. Explanation: a material misrepresentation. D. Occurs when an applicant overstates the value of personal property, which could affect the insurer's decision to provide coverage or set premium rates. Providing accurate information. A. And failing to disclose a past claim. B. Can also have implications but are not always classified as material misrepresentations. Accurately describing the property. C. Does not constitute a misrepresentation.